Hi, students and friends. This is your teacher and host Sayyid Ayazuddin Haider, and you are watching Learn and Teach by Sir Ayaz. So, I was doing the paper 5070, and I'm done till question number 6 of variant 22, and the session is May June 2023. So, let's continue from question number 6. This question is about the energy changes that take place during chemical reactions. A. Nitrogen reacts with oxygen to make nitrogen monoxide. The reaction is endothermic. This is the reaction. N2 gas plus O2 gas gives 2NO gas. Draw on the axis provided in figure 6.1 the reaction pathway diagram for this reaction. Include labels for the axis, reactants, product, enthalpy change of reaction delta H, activation energy EA. The reaction is endothermic. So it means that product must be at the high energy state. So if first of all I'm going to label the axis. On the x-axis you have reaction pathway or time. Or time. On y-axis you have temperature, centigrade, or energy in joules. Fine. So the product will be at high energy state. So if this is the reactant, this must be the product. Now I'm going to draw the energy hump between these two. This is the energy hump. Now show the reactants. We have N2 plus O2 gives 2NO. N2 gas plus O2 gas gives 2NO gas. Now activation energy. Activation energy will be starting from the reactant point. This must be the activation energy and it's going till up the hump, energy hump. Let's label it. It must be EA and it's always positive. What about the enthalpy change of reaction, that is delta H? It must be between reactants and product. It must be there between these two and label it delta H and it must be positive for this reaction. Part B, hydrogen reacts with bromine to make hydrogen bromide. H bond H plus Br bond Br gives 2H bond Br. Calculate the enthalpy change of this reaction. Use the bond energies in table 6.1. This is table 6.1. We have H bond H and we have Br bond Br. We have H bond Br and bond energy in kilojoule per mole is given for all these three. So here I'm going to draw the reaction again. This involves the formation of HBr from H2 and Br2. So this is the equation. Get to HBr. In order to calculate the enthalpy change of this reaction, recall the formula. The formula is energy associated in breaking of bond minus energy released in making of bonds. So delta H is equal to energy needed to break bonds minus energy released in bond making. So we have HH bond 436, 1 mole of H2 molecule. So I'll write 436 plus Br 193 minus 2HBr. It means we need to multiply 2 by 366. So we will get 436 plus 193, 629 minus 2 multiplied by 366, 732. So the final answer must be 629 minus 732. 629 minus 723. So it must be minus 94 kilojoule per mole. Six 29 minus 732. Sorry, it's 103. It's minus 103. So this will be the final answer for this question. Number 7. Ethene, butadiene, and butadiene are alkenes. The displayed formula of ethene and butadiene are shown in figure 7.1. This is ethene and this is butadiene. A. State the general formula of the homologous series of alkenes. The general formula for alkenes is CnH2n. So I will write CnH2n. B1. Butadiene and butadiene are structural isomers. Number 1. State the meaning of the term structural isomers. Same molecular formula but different structure formula. They have same molecular formula but different structures or structural formula. Part 2. Draw the displayed formula for butadiene. Butadiene. There must be 4 carbon atoms in butadiene. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is carbon-carbon double bond on second carbon. Whether you start from right hand side or left hand side, you have to place double bond between 2 middle carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it must be having double bond. Now let's saturate the bondings of all the carbon atoms. For this carbon atom number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon atom number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon atom number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Carbon atom number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's place hydrogen atoms. So this will be the final displayed formula for butadiene. C. Butadiene is an unsaturated hydrocarbon. Number 1. State why butadiene is an unsaturated compound. It must be having carbon-carbon double bonds. Contain carbon-carbon double bond. Number 2. State why butadiene is a hydrocarbon. It must contains carbon and hydrogen only. Contains hydrogen and carbon only. Moving to next question, part D. Butadiene reacts with steam in the presence of a catalyst and reacts with bromine. Number 1, draw the structure formula of the product of the reaction with steam in the presence of a catalyst. Now recall, but1ene is alkene. When alkenes are reacted with steam, we will get alcohol. So in this case, we must get butanol. So they are saying the structure formula of the product of the reaction with steam. So we need to draw the condensed or structure formula. There must be 4 carbon atoms. So on the left hand side, we have CH3, CH2, 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 OH. You can even place the hydroxide group on the second carbon. So you can write CH3, CH2, CHOH, CH3. So both are correct. Part 2. Draw the structure formula of the product of the reaction with bromine. So when alkenes are reacted with bromine, we'll get addition product. Alkene plus bromine, we will get dibromoalkane. So here we are having but1ene. So 2 bromine atoms will be added to carbon 1 and carbon 2. So the structure formula will be CH3, CH2, CHBr, CH2Br. Part E. Ethene is a covalent substance. Number 1, draw a dot and cross diagram to show the bonding in a molecule of ethene. Include only the outer shell electrons of each atom. So what I will do, first of all, I am going to write the molecular formula of ethene. This is the first member of alkene with the value of N as 2. This is the general formula for alkene, CnH2n. So the formula must be C2H4. So on the right hand side, I am going to show the key. We have 2 atoms, carbon and hydrogen. For carbon, I am using cross, hydrogen, I am using dot. We have 2 carbon atoms, and there must be double bond between these 2 carbon atoms, and there are 4 hydrogen atoms. So for each carbon atom, there must be 4 valence electrons. As you can see here, carbon belongs to group 4. It must be having 4 valence electron sharing with each hydrogen atoms, and 2 of the valence electrons of each carbon atom will share with each other. So there must be 2 electrons each coming from the carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4. For hydrogen atom, use dot. 1, 2, 1, 2. So this will be the final displayed formula, final dot and cross diagram for ethene. Number 2, explain why ethene has a low melting point. Now they are talking about low melting point. It must be due to the presence of weak intermolecular force. So weak intermolecular force. Number 8, this question is about electrolysis A. The table shows some information about the electrolysis of 3 different electrolytes using graphite electrodes. Complete table 8.1 with the names of the products at each electrode. This table 8.1. The electrolyte is concentrated aqueous potassium iodide. What will be the product at anode and cathode? Now it's concentrated solution, so we'll be getting iodine at anode, not oxygen, because of high concentration of iodide ions. What about the product at cathode? Potassium is more reactive than hydrogen. K more reactive than H positive ion. So we'll get hydrogen gas at cathode. The other reasons is that K positive ion have high difficulty of discharge or low ease of discharge. You can apply the reverse argument for hydrogen. Dilute sulfuric acid, the products will be oxygen at anode and hydrogen at cathode. What about the product for molten lead to bromide? It's very easy. We'll get bromine at anode and lead at cathode. B. Give two reasons why graphite is a suitable material from which to make electrodes. So it's very easy. It's inert or unreactive, having high melting point and conducts electricity. You can write any two of these. So any two from inert or unreactive conducts electricity have high melting point. C. Aluminum is manufactured by the electrolysis of aluminum oxide dissolved in molten cryolite. At the anode, oxide ions react to make oxygen molecules. Construct the ionic half equation for this electrode reaction. The oxide ions, it will lose electrons to form oxygen molecule. So we will write O minus 2 gives O2 plus electrons. Let's balance the equation. So we'll having 2 here and it must be having 4 electrons, 4 moles of electron on the right hand side of the equation. Number 9, a sample of clean dry air contains 0.04% carbon dioxide by volume. Calculate the number of molecules of carbon dioxide in 480 dm cube of clean dry air at room temperature and pressure. 1 mole of any gas contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So first of all, I need to calculate the percentage of carbon dioxide. The percentage of carbon dioxide is given by volume. So I need to calculate the volume of carbon dioxide in 480 dm cube of clean and dry air. So 0.04 multiplied by 480 divided by 100. 0.04 multiplied by 480 divided by 100. So 0.192 dm cube. 0.192 dm cube. This is the volume of carbon dioxide. You know that 1 mole of any gas occupies contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. So first of all, we need to convert this volume of carbon dioxide into moles. So at RTP, that is at room temperature pressure, 1 mole of any gas occupies 24 dm cube. 1 mole of a gas occupies a volume of 24 dm cube. Therefore, X mole of a gas occupies a volume of 0.192 dm cube. The cross, what you will get? We will get 24x is equal to 0.192 or x is equal to 0.192 divided by 24. 0.192 divided by 24, and this will be 0.008 moles. 8 moles. So simply we need to multiply these moles with the molecules in order to get the molecules of carbon dioxide. 0.008 into 6.02 into 10 raised to the power 23. What we will get? 0.008 multiplied by 6.02, 0.04816 into 10 raised to the power 23, or 4.816 into 10 raised to the power 21. This will be the final answer for this question. B. Complete combustion of fuels such as gasoline makes carbon dioxide. One of the hydrocarbons is gasoline, has a molecular formula C9H20. Construct the equation for the complete combustion of C9H20. You know, during complete combustion, we'll get carbon dioxide and steam. This is the reaction. C9H20 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Now let's balance the reactants and products. We have 9 atoms of carbon on the reactant side, so I will write 9 moles. I will take 9 moles of carbon dioxide. What about hydrogen? It's 20 on the reactant side, so I need to write 10. 10 moles of water. What about oxygen? Oxygen, 9 to the 18. 18 plus 10. 28. So it must be 14 moles of carbon dioxide. This is balance. C. Higher levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide lead to increased global warming. Number 1, give one adverse effect of global warming: melting of glacier ice, or rise in sea level, will experience climate change. Number 2, describe how the presence of gases such as carbon dioxide in the atmosphere causes global warming. Carbon dioxide absorbs thermal energy from the earth and reflects it back to the earth. So in this way, it stops the loss of thermal energy into space. Absorbs thermal energy, reflect or releases, emit thermal energy towards earth. Emission of thermal energy towards the earth. In this way, it prevents the loss of thermal energy into space. Number D, carbon dioxide is removed from the atmosphere by photosynthesis. State the word equation for photosynthesis. The word equation involves the reaction between carbon dioxide and water. The products will be glucose and oxygen. Carbon dioxide plus water gives oxygen plus glucose. Moving to next question. Number 10. Proteins and PET are polymers Proteins are polymers made by a reaction called condensation polymerization. The diagram in figure 10.1 shows the structure of a section of a protein. This is a structure of protein, figure 10.1. One, draw the general structure of the amino acid monomers used to make proteins. So we will take the 1 unit, and it must be having C double bond O, and we have box here, and H. So it must be having OH here and H here. So for this box, you can even draw CH2 also if you want, instead of drawing the box. Number 2, proteins are polyamides. Name one other polyamide in your syllabus. It's nylon, so simply write nylon. B, PET is a polymer used to make plastic bottles. The diagram in figure 10.2 shows the structure of PET. The structure of PET, figure 10.2. This is the structure. Number 1, name the linkage present in PET. Here's the linkage. It's known as ester linkage. So write ester here. Number 2, proteins and PET are both made by condensation polymerization. Describe the differences between condensation polymerization and addition polymerization. So you can refer the formation or involvement of monomers. So in addition, in case of addition polymerization, involves joining of monomers with no other product, with no other product, while in case of condensation, polymer involves the joining together with the formation of simple molecule like water or hydrogen chloride. Condensation polymerization involves joining of monomers with the release of a simple molecule like water or hydrogen chloride. Now you can write other differences also, like in case of addition polymerization, there is the same empirical formula of the polymer as the monomer, but in case of condensation polymerization, you don't have the same empirical formula as the monomers. So for addition polymerization, we have same empirical formula of polymer as of monomer. In case of condensation, does not have same empirical formula as of monomer. You can also refer the presence of different or two function groups in case of condensation polymers, but in case of addition polymer, we have only carbon-carbon double bond. It involves carbon-carbon double bond. So here it involves two functional groups. Moving to next part. Number C, describe two environmental challenges caused by the disposal of plastics such as PET. So you can write any two from these, like accumulation of plastics in ocean, formation of toxic gases during burning. Accumulation plastics in oceans or formation of toxic gases when burned. You can even write landfills, that's responsible for land pollution. Responsible for land pollution. Thanks for watching. Press like and share my videos. For more videos, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.